Hey you guys, and welcome to another book review. Yeah, it's kind of been a while. Yeah, a month. It would have been even longer if somebody had been like, so when you gonna do those book reviews you promised to do below? I was like, soon. Yeah, so here we go. I am reviewing The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Ha, fun. I am going to read the synopsis real quick for you guys because I was kind of pre-doing this review and I was just like going off and babbling when I was discussing the plot. So here we go. Todd Hewitt is the last boy in Princess Town. But Princess Town isn't like other towns. Everyone can hear everyone else's thoughts in an overwhelming, never-ending stream of noise. There's no quiet, no privacy, no room for secrets. Or is there? Just a month away from the birthday that will make him a man, Todd and his dog Maggie, who starts talking here too, whether he wants to or not, stumble upon an area of complete silence, which is impossible. Princess Town has been hiding something from him. A secret so awful that Todd and Manchi are suddenly running for their lives. But how can you flee when your pursuers can hear your every thought? And where can you run when there's nowhere to go? So, you guys, doesn't that sound absolutely, positively, utterly amazing? I know it does because this book is positively, absolutely, utterly amazing. Yes! So I'm going to start off with the world. Now, this world, because these people had migrated from this Earth and went to a different planet, and this is where that story takes place. And on this planet, there are other people on there already, or aliens that you want to call them, and they called them the Spackle. Now, they end up having a war with the Spackle when they get there. And the Spackle released a germ, which killed all the women and left all the men being able to hear one another's thoughts, which is crazy. And I understand why some of these people have problems, because imagine being able to hear people's thoughts 24/7 and then them never going off, and not only being able to hear their thoughts but kind of feeling what their thoughts went with it, and like memories and stuff like that. So yeah, insane in the membrane some of these people are, definitely. I did write some stuff down, so if I'm looking down, that's why. Now, I want to talk about the writing style a little bit before I go on. And some people I know had a problem with it. I didn't really have a problem with it that much. I didn't find it that annoying or something. So I'm going to read the first paragraph so you guys can kind of know what I'm talking about. The first thing you find out when your dog learns to talk is that dogs don't got nothing much to say about anything. So you heard all that incorrect grammar and stuff. But I didn't really find it annoying or anything. Heck, once in a while I talk like that, so I can't really find it annoying. And plus, whenever they talk in the noise, like whenever Todd hears something in somebody else's noise, they'll change it to a different font. This is like the most extreme one they did, but they usually do it a little littler, but this is kind of like what he hears in the noise. You see all that? Yeah, so whenever he's hearing somebody's noise, that's kind of what you'll see, and I thought that was interesting as well. And the noise, you can hear it even when people's dreams and stuff like that. It's just drive you crazy. Of course, if I was in this book, I'd be dead because woman over here, but yeah, that would kind of suck. Next, let's go on to the characters, and I'm going to discuss some of the minor characters first. First, we have Ben and Cillian, who are Todd's parents, basically, and they knew Todd's mother, and their mother had asked them to look after Todd, so they did. And Ben is kind of like the strict one. No, he is the easygoing one, the one that Todd gets along with most, and then Cillian is the strict one that he is just like, he just wants to ruin my day. And then we have Aaron, who is the town's preacher, and he is just a whole bag full of crazy. You know, there is something wrong with that guy, and you will know what I'm talking about once you read the book. And then there is Mayor Prentice, who, yeah, he named the town after himself. Okay, people, I think that tells you all you need to know about him. We'll see them in the book, but mostly this book takes place from Todd's point of view. All of it takes point from his point of view, but you kind of get his impressions of everybody else's things. And I think being able to hear his noise kind of gives us more of an idea who all the other characters are. And I have no idea why I'm doing this, but and Todd is 12, and he's going on 13, and he is the last boy in Princess Town. And when you turn 13, you are automatically a man in this town, and he has 29 days to go before he becomes a man. And being the last boy, you know, it's kind of lonely because none of the men will talk to him. So that completely sucks. So one day he's like hanging around at the swamp or whatever, gathering some apples for a bin, and he stumbles upon complete and utter silence. Yes. And this, upon discovering the silence, he is forced to run from this town because it just kind of reveals like a secret, I think. No, I know, a secret. It reveals like a big secret, but that's not like the only secret that they have behind the silence. There's going to be even bigger secrets that kind of blow up his worldview of everything, because imagine, he grew up in this town. He is used to the noise. That is all he ever knows. All these guys are all he ever knows. They're just basically all his family. It's what he grew up with. And now he is forced to leave it all behind and go out on his own. He has never left the swamp kind of area where they kind of live, the swamp town. They're kind of surrounded by swamps. And he has never been outside of that. He doesn't really know the terrain and everything. And so that is kind of where we start off with his journey. And his journey is not an easy one by any stretch of the imagination. He encounters obstacle after obstacle. There is a non-stop action thing going on. You never get bored during this book. There's always something going on to capture your interest, and it's not necessarily nice. No, he does not have a hard, easy time with this at all, and he is by no means a cookie cutter kind of character. He is definitely flawed, just flawed, okay? And sometimes you get mad at him and his ignorance and his innocence, but you kind of see where he's coming from, and you get invested in him, and you just want so bad for everything to go right. But you know, he has to learn and kind of grow up and kind of learn that just because you turn 13 doesn't mean that you're automatically a man. It's the choices that you make and living with the consequences of those choices that kind of define you as a person, kind of define you as you grow up and become. It just takes more than turning 13 to become a man, is what he kind of realizes. And then, yeah, so that's all we have to say about Todd. He's just so sad and tragic character. And then we have Manchi, who is his dog, and believe me, just because you can hear an animal's thoughts does not mean they will be interesting, because his thoughts basically consist of poo and danger and sleep and stuff like that. So he's aware of what's going on around him, but you know, he's still a dog. And then you are able to hear all the other kind of male animals' thoughts going on too. So there is that. And then that is it. That's all I wanted to talk about. This storyline just pulled me in, and you're able to visualize everything. Like, he writes in a very descriptive yet non-rambling sort of way. Like, he doesn't go on for like 2 paragraphs about what the flower looks like or something like that. But I've actually read a book like that. Never again. Never. But yeah, it was a really good book, and I am so happy to have had the second one right next to me, because I read it like that, and the next day. This book, it sort of ends on a cliffhanger, and I would have been really mad had I read all that and then it was just like, seriously? That's where you're gonna end it, huh? No, I do not like it, but I think they ended in a good place also. And despite all the psychness, it was a really good book. More noise. So yeah, I definitely give this book a 5 out of 5 stars and a 9 out of 10 on my own rating scale. I'll leave my rating scale video down below if you've never seen it. But yeah, so I definitely recommend that you pick up this book, whether you buy it, which I think you might want to own it because it's amazing. But if you don't, go to the library. Yeah, so you guys tell me if you guys have read this book and whether or not you liked it or not. Or if you are planning to read this book, because you should read this book. It is great. And let me know your thoughts down below. And I will see you guys later. Bye.